Hey, in this video, I'm going to show you how to fry chicken that is super tasty down to the marrow, especially if you need to eat more marrow. This recipe will change and save your life and your cooking. Let's go. Here we're going to use some spices. Here I have thyme. I have curry here. I have another curry, so I think I'll just drop one, take one out. I'm not going to be using black pepper. I have oregano. It's not important either. You can just use the curry and the thyme and the pepper. Yeah, so oregano is not very important, but we're still just going to add it. Then we're going to use salt. I like to use iodized salt. So while I have my chicken during the first boil, which I'll explain later, we're going to cut the pepper. You can use a blender if you want. I like to just use the knife because I don't want to just put like 3 peppers in the blender. That would mean adding a lot of water, and sometimes I'm not very careful with the amount of water that I'm adding. So I've added half an onion and like 4 garlic cloves because my sister, she don't want to cook without onions, but I actually can. I'm currently watching Darman. Let me talk more about the chicken. I tend to be very selective about choosing chicken. I know it's just packaging sometimes, but I'm usually very careful. Make sure there's no antibiotic. So this is the first boil. After washing the chicken, I boil it first, and I know this takes out some of the sweet juice, like the fat and the rest, but I just like to take out that first foamy water, and I rinse the chicken properly. So here's the chicken, white and clean. And now we're going to start adding our spices. I use a stainless steel pot, and I don't have my wooden spoon here. Please, you need to have your wooden spoon. Yeah, I was too lazy to grab my wooden spoon, so you'll probably see what I'll use to stir it in the end. So I've added my oregano. I'm adding some thyme. I really don't have any measurements. I'm like the typical African woman in the kitchen. We just cook as the spirit leads or till the ancestors tell you that's okay. So I'm adding the garlic and the onions. I don't know if I should add all of the pepper, so I'll just leave like a tiny pinch behind, and I'll add my curry. Don't add too much because you probably just like change the entire water and the color. So I think this is just right. It's okay. And then we'll add the salt. Okay, this is the part I was telling you about. I was too lazy to grab the this is just typical me in the kitchen. So please, if you're using any of those pots where scratches can affect the quality of your food or have things leaking into your food, don't try this at home. Get your wooden spoon. So this is 15 minutes later on low heat. You could actually leave it like this, or you can put it back on the fire. I'm going to put it back on the stove for another 10 minutes. Or another thing you could do is maybe the point where you put the spices, you would just leave it to settle before you put it on the fire. But I usually prefer to do everything fast, low heat, and just leave it on the fire. And now you have everything. The spices are really like deep down. You can already eat it as it is. Now this can be a pepper soup. It's a clean pepper soup that you can just eat. You saw the way we washed the chicken. This is definitely going to fall. I can feel it. Okay, now it's happened. Yeah, so this is the chicken right now. So this can be like your pepper soup, with the water and everything, or you can actually just eat this now if you like boiled chicken. I'm going to fry it with a mix of olive oil and the other oil that has some mixtures together. Someone gave me a salad while I was cooking. Did I tell you that when I was boiling the chicken, my friend came in and she was like, oh my god, this smells so good. And I'm gonna give her some pieces when I'm done making it today. So now we start frying on low heat. This stove goes all the way to 6, but I'm using number 4. And now the chicken is fried. I want to make like a small salad by the side to add to this one. This is a salad that I made. It's just Chinese cabbage, and then cucumber and some bananas. Yes, I know you do not understand what's going on here, and neither do I. So that's the fried chicken. This chicken, I chewed it till the bone inside. Like, you can chew this chicken till the bone and you would leave an empty plate, seriously, with no bones. Like, you would just chew up everything. Oh god, I'm reminiscing as I'm doing this voiceover because this was such a treat. I had a friend come over and we finished everything. Oh, by the way, this salad that you see here, I didn't really take it as a salad. I just put it in a blender and everything became a smoothie. So tell me, how do you enjoy having your cabbage as a salad? Or do you just put it in a smoothie? Or do you just prefer it in a samosa? Please try this recipe, especially if you really need to eat some more marrow for your health, and let me know what you think.